Good afternoon and welcome. Welcome indeed to a special Friday edition of the Mark Mosey Show podcast. As we're always broadcasting from the Anidjar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Take back control of your life. Call them today. This is key 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. It's Anidjar and Levine Accident Attorneys. And joining me for a special edition here on a Friday, Scott does a great job there in Jacksonville. News reporter, anchor, e-gamer as well. He is Chase Bunker. Chase, how you doing, buddy?
Mark, I wish I could say I'm doing great. Instead, I'm filled with anxiousness and nervousness because in just a few days, I will be a father. And that is an incredibly weird, exciting, horrifyingly scary thing. And so I'm riddled with emotions and anxiety.
Well, I'll just say this real quick. Good luck to your wife and you. I know it's a couple days now. All right.
Yeah.
Good luck. You guys are going to be great. Good luck. I hope everything goes well. And hey, good luck moving forward, buddy. That's what I got to give you.
I'm gonna need it. It's gonna be it's anxiety inducing because it's just like, oh, I can count on the number of times on one hand how many times I've held a child. 3. And now I gotta hold this baby now for like at least 5 years. And so like I'm always like, oh, I'm gonna break the baby if I hold it because it's just gonna get like, you know how sometimes when you pick up like a cat or a dog and they just get squirrely, you're like, all right, I'll just let you go. You can't necessarily do that with a baby because the baby will get squirrely, and if I drop it on the floor, it's dead.
You're not going to drop it. You're not.
I hope not.
You know, it's that feeling, me as an uncle, where you could give it back. Here you go. How about it? No.
I can't give it back. Walmart's policy is not that good. You can't return it.
No, it's all you. Now I need water. Now you're making me choke up. That'll be the play on words for this.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, speaking of babies, let's talk video games.
Yes.
So, here's what's interesting. In the last couple of days, it's been announced that all your favorite systems are going to go up in price. And you and me are very upset about this. We are very upset. And I thought it was fascinating. I want you to tell the story. You were on your radio morning show this morning, open mic, and like I'm from the standpoint, people were calling in, and what did the guy say? Like, who gives a damn about video games? What happened?
Yeah. Who bleeping cares? Like that was the general, assessment that's what I got, is that a lot of people are looking at this as if like, oh, who cares? It's just video games. Go outside. And it's it'll usually be the older audience that says this. It's not like it's the, younger crowd that's like, oh yeah, it's just video games, blah, blah, blah. No, it's the older crowd. And I don't think what people realize is this is just, it's technology as a whole. Right now, the first place you're seeing this is essentially the video game consoles. And I know Apple just announced price increases as well.
All right, let's clarify this for Old Man River, who said you should go outside. Hello, McFly. You live in Florida. It's 9,000 degrees. Don't you? It's reverse winter, as I call it right now. You can't go outside. No. This is the time to be inside. But you're right. So Microsoft, Nintendo, Sony, they all came out and they said all of our hardware is going to go up. Here's the example of Microsoft. I bought a Series S where it has no disc.
Right.
I bought that system, I think 4 or 5 years ago for $300.
Yes.
The same system that is 5 or 6 years old with the technology, now it's going to be $500.
Yes.
Usually with technology, years after it comes out, the price gets lowered. I'm happy you brought up Apple did come out. Laptops, iPhone, it's all going up. Now, Mr. Newsman, is this all because of AI and we had to give AI all this money? What's going on here exactly?
So technically, yes, that's what it is. So the first increase was due to largely to combat the tariffs. Like that's not a political thing. That's just like I've talked to a lot of people in the gaming industry, and it's essentially because of the tariffs. They have to somehow counteract all of that. This time around, it is largely based on AI. So because, which is funny coming from Microsoft, like, hey, this AI thing is causing storage and memory prices to skyrocket. And it's just, we can't afford to, build all of these things, like you're contributing to the problem. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Like it's all AI related. And so like what's funny is like if you remember how graphics cards were very hard to come by because of the crypto boom, that's what's essentially happening right now with RAM, with hard drives, like all this memory and storage because of the fact that all these tech companies are just heavily investing in artificial intelligence and is causing all the computer components essentially to just skyrocket. It used to be cheaper to buy the parts for a computer and then build it. Now it's not as much anymore because of how like balloon the prices are, and now it's also affecting console prices. Xbox came out. Business Insider reported this on an actual like sworn in oath at court. They said they don't make money off consoles. They legitimately do not make anything off it. And I think PlayStation makes like a very small margin because of it. And so now, because of all this balloon pricing, they're like, we are hemorrhaging money. We can't do this. And it's also why they're getting rid of their 2 terabyte model, their 2 terabyte of the Xbox Series X. They're sunsetting that. And so, starting August 1st, as you mentioned, the Series S, which was, mind you, the cheaper, affordable option, is now going to be $500. And now the 1 terabyte for the Series X is going to be $800. And that's also, not forget, also, the Steam machine from Valve, the people that Steam, which is, if you don't know, if you're not familiar with PC gaming, it is a program where essentially everybody buys like digital games essentially through this platform. Like if you're into PC gaming, you have Steam. Like they just go hand in hand. So they're making a home console version to take the PC gaming experience to the living room. They just announced the prices recently. The base model is $1,000.
Mhm.
And now people are starting to speculate. Mind you, we are 6 years into the Xbox Series X and Series S, and we're also 6 years into the PlayStation 5. These consoles generally have a operational shelf life of about 7 to 10 years, and now we're in year 6. And prices are supposed to go down at this point, and instead they have been ballooning. And it begs people to question, what's the PlayStation 6 going to be cost? What's the cost for that? What's the cost going to be for, I think right now they're calling it Project Helix. We don't have an official name for the Xbox, but what's the next Xbox going to cost? And it's largely, people are speculating it's going to be $1,000 now.
We're here at Chase Bunker. So on top of everything you said, which was fantastic, I love the insight. Wasn't the month of May the worst month ever for buying hardware when it comes to video games?
Yes, it absolutely was. I read something just before we got here about how May was the worst. And it's like, who would have thought you just skyrocketed the price of everything? And the one thing I have to say for like, normally, whenever I do like the Black Friday special where I tell you about all the video game deals and all the deals in tech, whenever I talk with people about like older generation consoles, it's usually like, hey, if you're on the fence, wait for the price to go down. Well, that's not happening. And now, even worse is I can't see any reason for you to buy a console now. If you don't have a PlayStation 5 and if you don't have an Xbox Series S or an X, there's no reason for you to buy it now. If you haven't bought it now, there's no reason to get it anymore. It might last you at the most 4 years, and you're paying an inflated rate because of it. Like you're buying a 2026 or you're buying a 2020 vehicle at 2026 prices. Like that's unheard of.
I'm so happy you brought up the automobile analogy because that's what it feels like right now.
Mhm.
You are going to hold on. Like if you've already purchased one of these systems, you're going to hold on and you are hoping and praying it doesn't break because you're like, no, I don't. Just like with a car, I'm going to drive my car into the ground. I'm not buying a new car. I don't want a car payment. That's what it feels like right now with this stuff, Chase.
Oh, it's funny you mentioned payments because even Xbox is like, oh, we're going to have ways to make it more accessible with a buy now, pay later. Oh, cool. You just discovered layaway. That's what you just did. Oh, wait. It's like if the cable, all the streaming services came together and said, hey, what if instead of having individual subscriptions, we all just came together and maybe like sell a box and all of our channels and all of our shows will go into this box and we just plug it into the TV. What if we just did that instead? I don't know. It's like, great. We're discovering layaway. We're back to 1950s economy. What's next? Is Montgomery Ward and Sears coming back? All right, cool, great.
Let me
We
tell
get
you.
to rename the Sears Tower again.
And
Sears
then,
Tower's coming back, baby.
and then I love you're going now. Now no, I got you on the rant.
Yeah.
So then GTA decided we're not going to have an actual disc. No, we're going to do it where, okay, you can go to the store and get a box, but you open up the box and it's going to say, here's your download code, right? Which is not new, by the way. We've had
No.
this in the last couple of years, but the backlash from that, and I feel like behind the scenes, this is my take. Best Buy, GameStop, Walmart, they're like, hey, this is going to be the most anticipated game in a decade. We want to make sure this will be a reason they'll come into our actual stores, physical store. And you know what they always do, midnight release, come to our store and you can get this extra, a steel book, whatever it's going to be. And Rockstar's like, no, we're not doing that. We're going to give you this phony baloney. Yeah, I'm going that. You said 90s come back. I'm going with 90s references. So even though that reference might be older, they're like, no, we're just going to have a digital download. That's the future. And then you notice 24 hours later, Rockstar comes out. All right, you know what? Maybe we should have a disc, but not at launch, but maybe like a month at. Look, we are old unks from the standpoint. We grew up with a cartridge on Nintendo. Then we went to CDs. We like physical media. That makes us old. My nephews who are 10 and younger think I'm a loser for liking discs. Don't care. I need the physical media. It's not going to be, like when you download a game, it's like, well, yeah, you kind of own it, but if we lose the license, then we take it away and you won't have it anymore. No, I'm getting GTA 6. I'm getting a physical copy. How about you, buddy?
I mean, well, right now with the kid, I don't know if I'll be able to afford spend all my money on GTA 6. Thanks again for reminding me of that. Mind you, my paternity leave was kind of in line with the original date, and now that changed. Thanks, Rockstar, for that.
Maybe they'll have like Microsoft diapers where it's pay now or
the buy now, pay later, or that's hopefully that would be great for the whole diaper industry. Hey, buy now, pay later. I could do that with diapers because it's also full of bleep. It's the thing is, like, I would have thought with Rockstar has really good awareness of all the situations around gaming. And so I would have thought that they would have had the awareness of, all right, having a physical copy, because we've seen countless times, especially as something as volatile as the gaming industry, people buying games and then deciding to just like, oh, we're done now. We're pulling service. Like, here's the funny thing about also going back to Xbox. Sony was having bad news because they were laying off a whole bunch of people over at Bungie who just got rid of Destiny 2 for that crap game Marathon. And the Microsoft's like, no. We have to have the bad news. We need the people to talk about us now. We're raising the prices. And so, like, great awareness by them. But going back to the copy, like, I think for Grand Theft Auto and for Rockstar, it's going to be a multitude of things. One, I think it's going to be a massive game.
Yeah.
With a capital ASS, massive game. It's also the fact that putting games on discs is also a lot more expensive than we think. When Alan Wake came out, Remedy said, hey, we have to go digital because we want to make this $40 and we want to make this more affordable, because if they don't, like, it'd have to charge the 60 tag to make up some of the costs. So I think part of it is that, but I also think part of it is just the fact that, like, there were a lot of talks about, do you or do you not charge over $100 for this game, for just the base version, not like the collector's edition, the base version, because of how big it is. And people are like, yeah, I'd pay $100 for it. And I'm like, shut up. We all aren't rich. Okay, Kyle, we need you to stop and cool your jets a little bit. And so I think as a way of making it more, again, accessible, that's the word of the day, accessible. I think that's why they had to go digital. Do I like it? No, but I think it's something that they had to do for this launch.
See, I see what you're saying though with the $100. Now that's for the premium edition.
Yes.
It will set a standard, a precedent, if you want to use
Yes.
that word, of, oh, the consumer will pay that much. Maybe we could charge that much moving forward. Maybe that's the new standard. But no, this is not a normal game. This is
No,
not like, oh, like how they have Assassin's Creed game every 6 months. No, 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 no.
no.
This is once every 10 years. This is a big deal, but I'm with you at the same time. You can't make this the standard. Look, Nintendo came out that Mario Kart game and said it was $80.
Yeah,
That game ain't worth $80. But
it's not.
my thing is, all right, with a physical disc, physical,
Mhm.
then everyone can sell it for what they want. Where Best Buy could have it on sale for 40, Target could have it for 50, the different deals once it comes out months later. But
Yes.
if one person has a monopoly over what the price is of that thing, that's what I don't like. I
Yep.
don't like that. Look, you see this.
100%.
Okay, so Xbox, here's what they do. This is my favorite. Okay. So, Xbox and PlayStation, you'll have the deals once in a while online. So like Mortal Kombat 11, one moment on the site, it'll be $9.99. Then the next day it'll be $59.99. Then the next day it'll be $7.99. What? What are you talking about? That's what I don't like. Okay.
Yeah,
I don't now.
it makes no sense.
All right, all right, all right. Am I gonna play it? After everything I said, am I gonna buy it and play it? Yes, I am. I am going to play it. All right. I played GTA 5. I played Red Dead 2. You know this game's going to be great. It is. And I want to be on record as saying this. I don't care. This game was supposed to come out 2 years ago, right?
Mhm.
2 years ago. I think it was going to be so female centric that once they got the feel for the room, they're like, whoa, wait a minute, right? Maybe we need to change some stuff here. I think it was going to be all about this female character, and then maybe they saw some backlash, and then they're like, all right, we got to do. Notice that it's 2 years later. Why
Yeah,
another 2 years? And now
yeah,
it's the dude and the woman. But because remember, the last game you were 3 different characters. I'm telling
yes.
you, that's all. That's all I'm going to say on the subject.
I like that theory because it also makes a lot of sense. Because I remember when the pre-alpha footage was released and it didn't look good, and people are kind of criticizing by that. It's like, yeah, this is pre-alpha. It's not going to look good. But I think there was also a lot of pushback, and also just given the time, and I'm going to try to make sure I present it without being one of those neckbeardy people who complains about it, who complains about quote woke topics. It's the time was a lot different then. I'll say that. And so I think there was probably, like, to speculate, there might have been that push to make it just a female protagonist and that's it. But then also, given the backlash, the time changed and therefore this happened. It's kind of like Concord in a way. When Concord was initially started, but for those who don't know, Concord was it's now an infamously spectacular failing game because it was a 5v5 multiplayer shooter that nobody asked for. It started development at the height of like Overwatch and all those style of games. Except it came out 6-7 years later. That fad's gone away. But here comes Concord. It's like, hey, we're here. It's like, yeah, you're late to the party. You needed to adapt, and they did it. I think Rockstar, if your theory holds, that is possibility that they did a little bit of a course correction on that.
It's going to be set in Florida. I'm very
Yeah.
excited about this at the same
Oh,
time.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
what's weird is, all right, so today is June 26th. The pre-orders are out.
Mhm.
The game comes out in November.
Yep.
We still have not seen 5 seconds of gameplay,
No.
which is mind-boggling. I don't understand this. You've seen photos. We've seen trailers where it's just more of like cutscenes. Dude, we've not seen 1 second of actual gameplay.
Hold on, because you brought it up. Let's see if there's actually a trailer. No, there's not a trailer. Watch now, because you're complaining. We're going to get a trailer today, and you're just going to go, "You're welcome, America."
Do you think, as we're two guys that have been in the radio business for a while,
Mhm.
okay, so it's always been you get in the car and you listen to the radio stations.
Yes.
Are there going to be radio stations? Or is it like the characters are going to put on their Spotify?
They're going to sync their phone to the Bluetooth and just play their Spotify or something.
Yeah. And you think about it, there's going to be social media involved in this somehow.
Oh, has to be.
The game from 2013 had no social media, even though it was around then.
Mhm.
No. So are you going to be like shooting people in the street and then pose it like photos? What are you going to
What, like the Cassie Cage fatality in Mortal Kombat, where you decapitate a head and you take a selfie and you post it on Facebook or whatever?
Yeah.
That's
Look,
not, I mean, not out of the realm of possibility at this point.
all right, I'm very excited for. All right, so I'm going to be in Miami Beach doing missions. Then someone's going to go, "Hey, you need to get to the space program at NASA." And I'll be driving for 5 minutes and get there. That's what's going to. Then I'm going to be at the Everglades. Then I'm going to be somehow at a Tampa Bay Buccaneers game. I can't wait for this ridiculous. Then we're going to be at Key West. It's going to be awesome, right? I can't wait.
Oh, I can't wait for us to drive past, the I-4 eyesore or the giant Bass Pro Shop on Palm Bay Road, if that's still there. I haven't been
Yeah.
down that road in years.
Is Bucky's going to be in it?
Oh, I mean, it has to be a Bucky's over at Daytona. You can go to the Speedway and go to Bucky's.
All right. You know I'm going to say, what about Florida, man? But that's a given. The whole thing is, the question is, you need the full Florida experience when I'm playing this game.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to have the elderly baby boomers running around? If you want the full Florida experience, you've got it. They have to be driving the cars, right? And they're walking down the street. Like you go into a bank. No one knows what the hell they're doing. Like, I need the full experience.
Oh, absolutely. You're gonna be on 95. They're gonna go 50. There's probably gonna be some casual racism in there. You're gonna drive by a movie theater. You're gonna hear, back in my day, movies cost a dime.
That was
yeah, like that's all you're going to hear now. And it is, of course, like you're going to get like that rampant senior population because it is there in South Florida. So they put in a lot of effort. So I would be surprised if they don't have that. Imagine if you have to drive to the villages and just having to explain to people the whole loofah sponge thing. Society's not ready to find out.
That's the final episode in the game. You have to go to the villages. It's the final boss. And so you need the elderly baby boomers running around.
Yes.
And the people from New York. They need to be walking around. And the upgraded mod to it. Because look, we're going to buy the game. You download it the next day. Sorry, here's another 300 gig update. I need the New Yorkers to be walking around in the game, and they're yelling, Jalen Brunson's the man. I'm from New York. Go Knicks. I need to hear that all day.
I need to see the Heat fans showing up late to a Heat game and then leaving in the third quarter. I need to see Lone Depot Park empty.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jeremy Taché. I'm just going off stereotypes. I need to see all the bandwagon. I need all the bandwagon fans getting excited about the Florida Panthers and then forgetting about them after a year. That's what I need.
And that Florida man guy I met once. The guy who, I'm sorry, Marlins man. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah, I know Marlins man. Yeah. I know of our Marlins man.
You know what? After saying all this, all right, here's $100. I'm ready. Okay, let's go.
Yes.
Make it happen. So if you don't have any video games, for you to play this, the cheapest way possible is going to be that Series S for $500. And then you're going to download the game for $80 to $100. So to experience this, it is going to cost you $600. That's how crazy this is.
I said on the morning show that one of the laziest days at work is the first round of the NCAA tournament. There's actually like legitimate studies and reports that say this. I think when the game comes out, you're going to see a worldwide just like call out sick day or just take PTO just so that they can play this game.
Oh, no, but here's the key though.
Mm-hmm.
What you better do then is you better wait till midnight, then start downloading the game because because it's a digital game. It's going to be like 250 gig minimum.
Actually, preload. I think they're starting the preload for it like a week in advance. So like you're going to get a head start. It's not going to be one of those things where like you have to start downloading at midnight and maybe you'll start playing at 4 a.m. But it's one of those where they're going to get a large chunk of the game. You can't access it yet, but hey, we're taking care of you a little bit and it won't be as long.
All right. Do you own any games, Chase Bunker, that have been delisted, as they call it, where it's not available? They lost the rights. You own a physical copy. And it's like, you can't, only if you buy that copy for super expensive, do you have anything? Because I do.
I know I have a few, and I know we don't have the time for me to look through my Steam backlog. I'm pretty sure like I still have the disc for Battlefield 2142. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they don't do that anymore. I still have like all my Warcraft 3 discs, which again, like I don't think anybody plays that anymore. What was that? When I was getting everything organized, I found my World of Warcraft discs. It's like, why do I have this? But also, I need to keep this because I know it's going to be something.
Yes, it is. Because when your
Yeah.
grandchildren are going through your stuff 70 years from now, they'll be like, "What are we gonna do with all these discs?
Yeah.
What is this?" Um, I have Deadpool on Xbox 360
Ooh,
and PS4. I have that. I have
nice.
that weird. No one even remembers this game. I have the PS3 Wolverine game, right? That got delisted, and it might be worth $70 or $80 now. I have this, right? It's based on one of the movies.
Oh, is it the X-Men Origins Wolverine game?
Yeah, I think so. It was a
Okay.
360. It's like 360 PS3. It's a great game.
Okay.
By the way, this is the conversation. This is how I get the ladies. I just bring
Yes.
all this. This is how I really get it going. Um,
Mhm.
so I don't know where this is going with AI. I don't know. There's a part of me, the older I get, I feel like this is gonna just like burst after a while. Like we had the dot-com boom 25 years ago.
Mhm.
It feels like, all right, everyone's investing in AI. But then my buddy Tim said this best. He's like, but like you can go on your phone or Google and do AI for free. So why should I invest in some of these companies? That's why I know you cover this more than I do. Like I don't know what the hell I don't get it after a while. What do we do? Do we just want AI to just take over everything? Like what's the end game here?
I don't even know what the end game is because here's the funny thing is that there's such a negative response to AI, especially in the art form. If you ever use like AI art on anything, people will just like chastise you into oblivion because of it. I don't like it for use to replace anything creative. So in the arts, in terms of like music, in terms of just like anything creative, I don't like that. There's also times where it tries to like give you the AI overview in news, and it's been wrong a lot. You've also seen a lot of community pushback on data centers to help speed up the AI process. I'm doing a lot of quotation marks with my hands if you're watching the video podcast. I'm like that Chris Farley character, Bennett Brower. So maybe I don't white properly. As we're talking about more 90s stuff before I tell you to talk to the hand. It's there's been a negative pushback, especially over in data centers. Over in Nassau County, which is just north of Jacksonville, I believe it's Nassau County. They have a moratorium where they're not going to put in any data center. They're not going to talk about data center for at least another year because the pushback has been so great. We've been seeing this now, and especially more rural areas where they say, we don't want this here. A lot of chatter online is, we do not like AI. And yet it is something that these tech companies are like, yeah, you do. You love it. Like, no, we don't like this. And I don't know what makes you think we are going to like this. And I feel like I keep hearing more and more that it's going to burst at some point. Now, I don't know when, and I don't know what that's going to cause. Because if that bursts, there's going to be a lot of tech companies that are going to be having layoffs. That also could be tech companies shutting down. That also could just be mean like, all right, are we going to now have new innovations now because people are starting their own companies, or does this mean like we go back in terms of technological advancement?
All right, there's a lot of to say after what you just did, which I
Yes.
appreciate. That was fantastic. All right, number 1, the creative thing. And I have held off from saying this. I want to do a post, but I don't want to hurt people's feelings at the same time.
Hmm.
I am with you with the creative process. I think when I go on Facebook, I think it looks like complete AI slop, as they call it.
Yes.
It's like if you're a graphic designer, do not go to college to go into graphic design anymore. There's no point because
No.
even gigantic corporations, I saw Fox Sports, they're posting AR AI type garbage on there. Like, what are you doing? I don't
Mhm.
understand. But like, at the same time, I get it. Look, you're a small business. You don't have money to pay some graphic designer. And look, we go through this. I don't all these Adobe programs. I don't want to spend $500 a year so I could do no AI
Yeah.
can do it for free. So I get it. I am on record. I'm not using it. I am not. Get out of here. I'm in the creative process, right? I do it for a living. I'm not. I'm with you. I am not using it. I'm not.
Yeah.
Other people can. It looks like trash after a while, right? And everyone looks the same now. How are
Mhm.
how are you supposed to stand out with your graphics if it all looks like the same slop? That's what I
And
don't get.
well, but the
Okay.
other thing from a news standpoint for me, it's like you see people post a lot of these videos and it's like, no, this is AI. Well, no, that's AI. And so now the worst part about it is because I've seen so many AI videos, if something is real, I have to speculate a lot. Like, and so this is a true story, and I'm not going to
Yeah. Go
disparage him or anything. And so I want to make that clear because what the name I'm about to bring up, it causes tensions to rise a little bit.
the president.
No, when I saw the video
Uh,
to Charlie Kirk's assassination,
yeah.
this was right in the middle as it was happening. And I'm just like, I'm watching it a few times. And unfortunately, I have to go with the skepticism of, is this real or is this AI? And that because he's a very prominent conservative figure, a lot of people on the other side do not like him. And so it is not out of the realm of possibility that someone would make that. It's also the same on the right if there was a left person that they do not like.
Yeah.
So just want to, play both sides here. And it took me a while to go, I think this might be real. And I wasn't sure. And that's the thing that we have to face now in the news industry is like people are coming up to me go, well, this is actually what happened. You can see this video right here. I'm like, hey, that's actually an AI video. You got fooled. And that's okay. It's happened to the best of us. And now we're dealing with instead of taking creative jobs, we're now dealing with the misinformation and disinformation
Great
things.
point. Great point. Here's how I know the difference. Like if President Trump is at like a podium and he's talking in front of people, I'm like, yeah, that's probably real. All right.
Yeah.
If he's in a Knicks uniform dunking on the Spurs, that's probably not real. Okay. I he'd probably agree with that.
I too saw that picture of Texas
like,
Governor Greg Abbott dunking on Kathy Hochul.
Yeah. So it's just so funny when you like some of that stuff. But I'm with you 100%. As a journalist, you have to like do your research, get multiple sources. But here's my thing. See, this is not even about AI. This is about Facebook and journalism overall. I like where people, so it really pisses me off. So to be like, they'll just do an AI photo of like Mark Moses got punched out at the bar, hypothetically. So they'll do an AI photo of me getting punched at a bar, and they'll use that as like the credible photo. What? Like, what are you talking about?
I know what will be worse is like you'll get punched and you'll magically turn into like origami and you just like fold in an unnatural way. And they're like, oh, yeah, that's totally real. That's totally real.
Or I like also like New York Post. They'll be like, look at this influencer. She was on the beach. So they just steal her Instagram photo, steal it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get like 10,000 likes. I'm like, you know what? We're in the wrong business. You and me are trying to get actual like news facts across to people. Why? Let's just follow people on Instagram and just steal their photos. Let's just do that all day. It's ridiculous.
The amount of like ethics that are being broken when it comes to journalism and social media, it's just absolutely gross because it's just like, hey, I'm pretty sure you didn't ask permission for this.
No.
Like, you're supposed to get permission. If not, hey, you might have a pretty good lawsuit on your hands. Like, there's a difference between like, just grabbing because social media is public and hey, somebody actually took this photo, they want credit for it, and they didn't give you permission.
Here's another example. So I was at a meeting Monday and I was breaking down how businesses are just like, they're using like AI photos. And God bless them. You want to do it, go for it.
Yeah.
So one was like, hey, you want to check out World Cup games? Go to these bars. And like World Cup, soccer. And my coworkers are like, hey, you can't use that. You can't use the term World Cup. It's copyright infringement. And look, how are they allowed to do that? And I looked around, I said, they don't give a shit. That's the answer. Okay. I'm sorry if I'm swearing now on my own show, but they don't they don't know. They don't care. They don't. This is working. Yep. That's what's going on. That's your, and I always say this, that's your competition now. Mm-hmm. That's what's going on.
It's also the same with Super Bowl with the big game, as if, oh, what game is this? Is it Ecuador and Germany again? I didn't think that they were playing again.
You like the World Cup where they told the stadiums you can't be your sponsor name. So you have to be like Miami Stadium. So the best is San Francisco or Santa Clara, where it's Levi Stadium. So they had to put like a sheet cover over the logo. So I loved Levi's. God bless them, where they just are like, hey, I wonder what this is.
It's like Frank Caliendo has a joke. It's one of my favorite jokes out there. It's like when you watch a movie on TV and like there's someone gives the finger and they just blur this and it's like, hey, what's that guy doing? I don't know. Is it a banana? I heard him say fruit you. It's a very old. I think that joke was 2007.
Oh man, that's fantastic. It really is. So the moral of the story is, thank God I bought my systems a couple years ago. And I remember it was hard. I got my PS5 in I think 2022. So 2 years after it came out. And in that timeline, it was still hard to get one. It
Yes.
really was.
Mhm.
So my brother saw them at Walmart, so we were on Walmart trying to get it on the site.
Okay.
And I spent $500, including tax. It was $530. And I remember telling my brother, I'm like, am I really doing this? Like, that's the stupidest thing. Like, am I really spending $500 on this? And now in hindsight, it was a bargain. It is so stupid. It's a bargain. No.
I got my PS5. We just moved to Jacksonville, and a friend of mine was trying to get one. And because it was that time where, because the semiconductors, it was short, like you couldn't get them. And so I was a little bit on the fence, but then I was talking with somebody. He's like, you're going to get one now because X, Y, and Z. I'm like, okay, well, this is just some random guy. Well, it turns out X, Y, and Z were all true. And I'm like, oh, crap, I got to get one now. And so my friend was on a hunt to get it. And I got a link from PlayStation Direct. And it said, hey, you have direct access to get this PlayStation 5. But as soon as you buy it, you won't have access anymore. And so I bought it. And then I kept it. Hi, welcome to Watch Mojo, top 10 anime betrayals. I kept it on my own. I'm like, yeah, sorry. And then I just kept telling people to sign up for PlayStation Direct. I think it was actually one of the last things I said to UCF great Otis Anderson, because he wanted to get one. I'm like, go PlayStation Direct.
What's funny about that is, okay, so during the pandemic, there was, like you said, everyone was at home. Everyone had all this extra disposable income.
Mm-hmm.
And we're all like, well, let's get a system. So everyone was buying systems. But remember, you'd go to like the big box stores. They would not have Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch would be sold out everywhere because everyone would want one, because you're sitting on your keister on the couch. You're not working. Mm-hmm. Hey, so
Animal Crossing was big at that time too.
Yes. So, okay. There was no systems, but it was super affordable. Now it's the opposite. Now no one has any disposable income. There's too much inventory and the prices have skyrocketed. What Twilight Zone episode are we in? That's the question.
We're in the Twilight Zone where I'll put as the example that one like really beautiful woman is in like a society full of like really ugly people, and they're just they're all looking at her like, whoa, what's with the freak? That's what we're in. It is a pricing visualization of that.
No. I have a better analogy.
Is it on the plane wing?
No.
With our friend William Shatner?
No. The most dated plot of any movie now is a movie that came out in 2005, and I saw it in the movie theater. It is called The 40-Year-Old Virgin with Steve Carell. From the standpoint, the movie is, he is a 40-year-old virgin who works at is it a Circuit City? He works at one of those types of stores.
Yes.
So he's at home. He's very happy. He doesn't have a girlfriend, but he's happy. He plays his video games. He has his like action figures, his comic books, and every other character in the movie is like, you're a weirdo, you are lame, you're a loser. But what's happened is everyone's the 40-year-old virgin now. Everybody is a child. Everybody's that. So now if you updated that movie, the plot would be the main character would be a guy that's not into anything that's involved with Comic-Con. He'd be just some guy who likes sports, or, you know, like he has a nice girlfriend, and everyone else would think he's a loser because he's not into video games, Pokemon cards, you know, just like all this stuff. That is the most dated plot.
His favorite song's the Sports Center theme song, and yeah.
That's what it would be. It's so ridiculous. And the thing is, look, you're having
oh crap, the NFL on Fox theme song is on. It's my jam. Ba-da-da.
Nobody's dating now. No one's going to the bars. So everyone in society now is the 40-year-old virgin. That's what's so funny about it. It's the craziest thing ever.
It's because the dating scene sucks. And I'm so glad I'm not a part of it anymore, because I would be miserable.
Stay that way. For the love of God, as someone that's trying to be out there, stay happy. Be
I
married.
am.
Okay. Be just here's what happens to me. So I'll match with a woman. And okay, all right. Here we go. So then I'll try to write her a message. No response. Okay. So then it's like, oh, follow me on social media. Okay. All right. So I'll like follow you on social media for a second. No response. It's like, do you just want me to be a follower? But here's the kicker, Chase Bunker. Here's the kicker. They're trying to build a social media following. I have a bigger social media following. Sorry, I've said too much. Okay.
Well, at least you're like that, and you're not like Bob Ryan on Twitter, the 80-year-old Boston Globe sports writer who will be on Twitter. I love Bob Ryan to death, but like there'll be like I'll see random replies of his, and it will just be like a girl, and it'd just be like, "What's the sexiest or what's the greatest thing you've ever seen?" And it's like her like in a 2-piece bathing suit, and it'd be like Bill Russell's jumper. It's one of the best, and it would just be something like that.
So he is following these women, right?
I think so. Or it comes across his feed somehow, or just be like, "This is the best position, right?" And he would just be like, "Incorrect. That's never a fun position." And it's like he takes it seriously. And I don't know if it's an act or not, because if it is, it's one of the best like characters ever. But if it's not, it's just like an old man who just loves answering every single question brought to man.
So he is so the kids would say a gooner, where he
could be.
He's watching these women on social media, but he's like, I know what I'll do. I'll act ironic with the answers, so I look like I'm not, that's awesome.
The Boston Goon.
Dale opened for the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. The Boston Goon.
The Boston Goon. They would that is definitely a ska band that would open up for the Mighty Mighty Boston.
All right. The Boston Goon or the Boston Goons? Is there an S at the end there? You have to make the decision.
I think it'd have to be for Bob Ryan, he'd be the Boston Goon if it's just like only by himself. But if it's like a big band with like the orchestra and all that, you got to make it plural.
All right. So the moral of the story is I'm a complete hypocrite 40 minutes in. I'll probably buy the digital copy of GTA6 and I will be playing it. I will. And what?
But here's the thing though. So I'll say this, like this isn't hypocrisy because this is a game that is $80. And I said this before, like remember when the PlayStation 3 came out and it was $500 at the time because it had like backwards compatibility, this, that, and the other. Nobody bought it until they had to take away some of the things and then bring the price down to $350. And then all of a sudden, people started buying it. And then eventually, it outsold the Xbox 360. The Xbox 360 blew a 3-1 game lead. Like a lot of people seem to forget that. And so, if we don't buy the PlayStation 6 and Project Helix, whatever the next Xbox is going to be, then that price will go down. But it's not the same thing over the game because this has been highly anticipated for a long time. And it's like, we can't go without this. We can go without the consoles because we can still play this on other platforms.
I have a PS3 in the original box with paperwork. It's taken me a while. I have it. The one I really want to get, the most rare one, is a PS3 where it's backwards compatible with the PS2.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a spicy meatball.
With the Spider-Man 3 graphics and
I knew you got it
and all that.
Yeah, because that was how you got the Blu-ray player from 20 years. That was the big deal. All right, we have to end with this then. I don't know if you know this, but another sign of the apocalypse is, well, we saw the Knicks win the NBA title, which is just shocking. A Chicago Bears player is on the cover of Madden Football. Not only a Bears player, an offensive player. And not only an offensive player, a quarterback. This is happening. Okay? So forget your GTA 6. I am getting the ultimate edition of that. I don't care. I don't care if I just play it 2 times and then it collects dust. There is a Bears player on the cover of Madden Football, Caleb Williams. I'm getting that Ultimate Edition day one, physical disc. I don't care. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to Best Buy and I'm going to show up. I'm not going to pre-order. And I know it's a terrible section now for video games. I'm like, where's Madden? That's what I'm going to tell them. I'm going to buy that. Then what I'm going to do is around Black Friday or maybe around the Super Bowl, I'm going to buy every version of the game. Switch to the PS4, PS5, whatever they do, Xbox, because it's never going to happen again. The World Cup is here every 30 years. It's never going to be a Bears player ever again. So I don't know if this is a mistake. And I know you're one of these guys there in Jacksonville. You wish it was Trevor Lawrence where he's getting his hair cut. I know you wanted that to be the cover, but no, it is going to be Caleb Williams. Okay. So I'm on record as
First off, I don't know why I'm making the Robert De Niro face, but like, what, you know that I'm a certified Buccaneers fan. I would want that to be Baker Mayfield or Levante David or heck, Ted Hurst. I would settle for Ted Hurst, the Georgia State rookie that they just brought in. Like it's here's the thing. Like, I don't blame you for wanting to do that as a Bears fan. I'll tell you this right now. There was a time before I got like poor, and so now I can't find the game anymore. I wanted to get the NCAA football. I think it was 2006 with Jared Zabransky from Boise State. I wanted to get MLB The Show 12 just to have that opening montage, which is game 162 for the Tampa Bay Rays.
Longoria homer. Yeah.
Oh my. I'm going to reserve my spot. I'm going to make 2 reservations now on this show. I want to be on this show on the anniversary of game 162, so I could tell you all about it because I was there. And I also want to be here for the day before Grand Theft Auto so we can record the show, so you can call in sick and you can play Grand Theft Auto 6. Oh, here's my radio show. I got that all set up.
No. I'll just stream me playing. And then that's like, that's my favorite. Did I tell you that on the phone last night? That is my favorite, where it's like game comes out. You go on YouTube, there's already a guy with 17 straight hours of streaming.
Yes. Like that. So like for context, like he was telling me this, it's like, I watched Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree. Like I looked up a video on it and it's like, oh, there's only, he's already has 17 hours on it. Like this game came out 3 hours ago. How do you have so many hours logged into it? Or the better one was when I played the remake of Star Wars Battlefront. The beta just loaded and I'm getting my butt handed to me. And I'm like, how are people already this good? The beta's an hour old. I should not be getting rolled. I've played Unreal Tournament. I played Counter-Strike, Battlefield. I know how to game. I'm getting killed.
You don't know. Okay.
I don't
know how to play. He is Chase Bunker. That was a walk-off to end that. Thank you so much for coming on. Have a great weekend. Hey, and good luck with everything with your wife moving forward. All right.
Oh, by the way, that's Mark Moses Show Hall of Famer, Chase Bunker, by the way.